your love, girl, there's no more. Tell me what you been playing. Oh, and I know you don't want nobody else. No, no, no.
What's going on, y'all? First and foremost, I want to say I appreciate y'all, and I love the fact that y'all enjoyed the last album reaction. Wherever you're watching this from and whenever you're watching this, as you know, I just put out my first time listening to a Led Zeppelin album. It was out on Patreon over a month ago, but the other day I put it out on YouTube, and it's been getting really good reception. So I figure, like, even though I'm going to jump around the place, if I don't commit to getting certain things done in a timely fashion, I probably never get back to it. I'm pretty sure in life we all can be that way sometimes. So while I'm on this Led Zeppelin kick and I see the way that it's being received, I'll probably just do all of their essential albums. I'll do Led Zeppelin 2, 3, and 4, and then Physical Graffiti is another one that they have. And those are all albums that everybody's been asking for in some way, form, or fashion. So I'm going to get that journey out of the way first before we move on to anything else. I'm excited. I really enjoyed the first one, and a lot of you guys seem to really enjoy the breakdown, which I'm happy to hear. You know, every now and again you get them comments where people will say things like, you know, don't pay too much attention to the lyrics. You obviously don't watch my channel. It's no point in you watching a reaction video or watching somebody listen to music for the first time if you don't want to hear their perspective on it. Everybody who clicks on a reaction for a certain artist, it's an album that you love or somebody that you're interested in or an album that you heard a million times. It would be boring to just sit and watch somebody listen to something and have nothing to say. So I digress. Everybody who watches me know that's what I do best. And if I'm not analyzing and making sense of something, it's not really a 5 reaction. So I hope you're excited for that, and I hope you're ready. Today we're going to be listening to Led Zeppelin 2. Apparently on Apple, this is a part of their 100 best albums of all time list. It's the only one out of all 4 of the Led Zeppelin self-titled albums that is one. So I'm interested to see if it holds up to that standard of the albums that they put there. And I'm excited to see if this is a similar narrative to one or if just they're all different one-offs with completely different goals in mind. I'm excited to see where the creativity plays in it. But if you're enjoying this series, make sure you show me some love. And I'm not even going to talk too much. Everything else, we'll talk about that at the end. But let's get right into it and see what all the hype is about. So the first song on here is Whole Lotta Love. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I did the live reaction to when they did this song at MSG. So I heard this song already. But to hear it in transition of the album, we'll give it the respect it deserves and just see how it plays. So let's get right into the album. They be hitting that shit. I love the ambience.
Down inside.
Hey, yo.
Woman, you need
This shit make you wanna.
shake for me, yeah. I wanna be your back door man. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, keep it coolin', baby. Keep it coolin', baby. I keep it coolin', baby. I keep it coolin', baby.
That's hard as fuck. Hold on 1 second. I know it's been a while since we seen it, but I have to be prepared just in case we need this throughout the course of this album. If you know, you know. But the only thing I will say, once again, I did a reaction to the live version, so if you want to hear me talk a little bit more about it in depth, make sure you go watch that reaction. But I won't say a lot about it. The main thing I will say is that's why it's so important to listen to the studio versions of songs. That way you can get a feel of what the entire experience was supposed to be, because the experience of the studio version versus the live will always be in completely different directions. I love the ambience of the song, and I love the intentionality in the way that they make their songs replicate whatever message they're trying to get across. I love the fact that even with the effects of them going back and forth, if you listen to it in headphones, which I'm sure most of you have, with the effects of them racing back and forth and going back from place to place, is also leaning itself back into the first Led Zeppelin album. But I'll talk about that more as it goes on. Or even small things like talking about how deep they're trying to go into their love and then using the vocal effects to have it drowning off into a deep, endless abyss. Those things are very intentional if you really know music. Those are a lot of things that are fun details that to any type of musician, when you hear it, you're like, oh, that sounds fucking cool. Or that was on point. Those details do matter. And if you watch me a lot, you know I appreciate things like that more than anybody. Let's keep going into the album though without talking too much already.
And if I say to you tomorrow, take my hand, child, come with me. It's to a castle I will take you, where what's to be, they say, will be. I guess the wind sails been sail away, leave the day way up high in the sky. And won't, but the wind won't blow. We really shouldn't go. It only goes to show that you will be mad by taking that style. And if you say to me tomorrow,
Break it down, break it down.
oh, what fun it all would be, then what's to stop us, pretty baby? But what is and what should never be? I catch the wind, see it's been sail away, leave the day way up high in the sky. And won't, the wind won't blow, really shouldn't go, only goes to show that you will be mad by taking our time. So if you wake up with the sunlight and all your dreams are still as new, and happiness is what you need so bad, well, girl, it's alive with you, yeah. I catch the wind, see it been sail away, leave the day way up high in the sky. And won't, but the wind won't blow, we really shouldn't go, it only goes to show that you will be mine by taking our time. Hey, oh, I'm gonna be
Okay, so one thing I will say for now is I do see a slight correlation between how the narrative of one flows into two. Now, what I do see is, if you remember my breakdown of what one represented to me and to my perspective, I feel like this is a result of how the narrative of one turned out. This is him living in that bachelor lifestyle. This is him just being out there stuck in that cycle of going woman to woman and just living out there in the world. We talked a lot about how the characters and the narrative that they're portraying, they come from so much pain and so much things that they deal with and have to embrace as they grew and got older, that it kind of led to them not really being able to embrace the idea of what true love feels like. They don't correlate the idea of love with happiness. They correlated love and stability as feeling stagnant instead of feeling stable, instead of feeling appreciated, instead of feeling a part of something that's bigger than yourself. But you know, a lot of us deal with that as a result of whatever it is that you deal with, whatever baggage and trauma that you bring into new relationships, whether that be friendships or loving relationships or anything, business relationships. The instability of your mental health as a result of what you've been through can be the reason that you become self-sabotaging. And I feel like this is him after just making that decision that I'm not prepared for this. I'm not ready to be that guy. That doesn't feel safe. I'm not doing that shit. This is him just out there in the world having fun, because the musicality, even the way that he's racing back and forth, gives that inkling that he's not taking time to slow down. He's out there living a fast life. He's out there embracing the rock star lifestyle. He's out there with women. He's out there touring. He's out there making music, out there maybe doing drugs. Who knows? But this is really giving that inkling, and all of those small details that are in the background of the music are just letting him know that he's just living out there in that player lifestyle, living out there being a rock star. That's the vibe I'm getting. So in that way, I see the way that they correlate, because this shows a direct result of him making that personal decision to not be that guy and live inside of his trauma and hide behind that shield and that armor instead of embracing love. Let me know what y'all think about that, but that's what it's giving me so far. It's not even so much the lyrics of the songs. It's just paying attention to the small details and what it is that they're talking about that give me more energy than the intentionality of the lyrics specifically.
I should have quit you baby. You ain't nothing but a stupid, no good jailhouse. I went to sleep last night. I put the orders I can. I bring home my money. You take my money, give it to another man. I should have quit you, baby. Oh, such a long time ago. I wouldn't be here with all my troubles down on this killing floor. Sleep me, baby, till the juice runs down my leg. Yeah, please, sleep me, baby, till the juice runs down my leg. The way you squeeze my lemon out, I'm gonna fall right out of bed.
I think that's dope because I like the metaphor of the lemon being a sour situation, him being the sour and the bitterness inside of the situation. At least that's what it perceives like to me. I like the fact that, let's say hypothetically, I like to always give scenario-based things when I'm listening to albums because it makes me feel more connected to the music. Everybody has a different process that they go about when they're listening to music. But for me, the vibe that a song like that gives is, you could choose to look at it one or two ways, but the biggest one I'll run with is he's out here, he's living that rock star lifestyle, he's embracing it, he's enjoying it, but once again, he's stuck in that cycle. One thing that I feel like a lot of us fail to recognize, especially as we get older and especially as we become adults, you don't recognize that the things that you don't deal with, the things that you don't make peace with, or the things that you don't decide to make a change with, inevitably will keep showing up at random points in your life. You think avoidance is the way to get away from your problems, but avoidance is just something that leads to repetition of the cycle, inevitably. So with him not really dealing with all of the trauma that led to him being so emotionally unavailable, him being so untrusting, he innately ends up in the same situations that he's always been in, because this is very reminiscent of the same music that was happening in the first. So you could take it as a narrative of him dealing with another woman, living this rock star lifestyle, but he's met his match yet again. And it's him reminiscing on the way that this is applicable to where he's been before. I've been in the same situation and I don't fucking like it. It's just one of them things where you're like, okay, I've seen this before. I've been here before. I thought running away from it would make it easier for me to avoid these feelings. It would make it easier for me to avoid these emotions. It it will make it easier for me to just be happy for once and be at peace. But avoidance doesn't make anything better. But I like the fact that he's acknowledging that, you know, shit, I'm the bitterness inside this situation. Everything that you're doing is nothing that I haven't dealt with before. Like, listen to all of these lines. Even when he's talking about, where's that one? I bring home my money, you take my money and give it to another man. I feel like I heard those exact same lines in one of the songs on the first album. Yeah, I like this. These songs are really just him being stuck inside the cycle. And even when you run away from your problems, you end up running right back into them. That's a dope little narrative. Make sure y'all let me know what y'all think as y'all listening with me. Because I know a lot of times I see comments where it's people saying, yo, the stuff that you're saying, damn, I never thought about that before, but that does make sense. So tell me what y'all think too. This next record is called Thank You.
Refused to shine, I would still be loving you. When mountains crumble to the sea, there will still be you and me.
Okay.
Kind of woman, I give you my nothing more. Little drops of rain, whisper of the pain, tears of love lost in the days gone by. My love is strong, here there is no wrong. Together we shall go until we die. What you are to me, inspiration, love to see. So today my world, it smiles.
Break it down, break it down.
Your hand in mine, we walk the miles. Thanks to you, it will be done. For you to me are the only one. All right, yeah. Happiness, no more be sad. Happiness, I'm glad. If the sun refused to shine, I would still be loving you.
Okay.
Mountains crumble to the sea. There will still be you and me.
Woo! That's the one. Yeah. That one hard. Yeah. That's my favorite one so far. If you know me, you know exactly why. Hell, that drown back in is crazy. Let me hear that transition one time. Come on with it. Let me tell you why that song is very deep. Now, if you following me, and if you like the little worlds and scenarios that I build when I listen to music, I'm gonna tell you why that song feels so out of place in the grand scheme of things. That song to me felt like a daydream. That song felt to me like those moments when Robert is by himself and he's really able to dig deep into the root of what everything truly is and how he truly feels. Now, I feel like no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, at a grassroots level, all anybody ever wants in this life is to be loved and understood. People want to feel embraced. People want to feel like their very existence is groundbreaking to somebody. Everybody wants to feel substantial in somebody's life. That's all anybody wants, to feel significant. And that song to me is him breaking out of that rock star lifestyle. And in those moments when he's in a room by himself after a long night of performing, partying, dealing with women, whatever you're doing, when you're by yourself, you can't hide from what your true feelings actually are. And that song feels like a representation of what he yearns for, what he wishes that his trauma would loosen up enough to allow him to embrace. He wants to be in love with a woman. He wants to love and be loved so strongly that through the test of time, this love will be something that endures everything. If the sun stopped shining, if the world was coming to an end, if mountains came crashing down to the ground, I would still do anything to be right here with you. Now, because of what he's been through and because of all of the negative emotions that he allows to fuel his decisions and put him in that flight mode instead of fighting against his fears, he's not able to truly admit that to anyone out loud. There's no strength in bravado, especially in these are men coming from a completely different time. Yes, vulnerability amongst somebody who made a career of displaying it like a Michael Jackson, or people who make music that they put their heart out there for the world to see and they loved it. The thing is, that's not something that innately in regular life men felt comfortable doing. Now, obviously I wasn't alive for it, but I know a lot of older people and have had a lot of conversation with what mental health was like for men back in that time and what was accepted, what wasn't accepted. Talking about wanting to be a hopeless romantic and wanting to be the type of person that loves fearlessly and wants to have a woman that's not afraid to hold you and make you feel like you're the biggest thing in their life. That's not really the conversations that you're having with the guys. That's not the conversations that we're having on a tour bus when we headed to the next show. But I love the fact that that shows a level of vulnerability that he only gets a chance to talk about when he's by himself. But that also displays that level of humanity that we don't get to see too much from him so far. That song just shows that he has it in him. He has the capability, and it doesn't escape him that the opportunity is there. But from everything he's known, it just feels like a fairy tale. So the only thing he knows how to do is to daydream about it. It's to fantasize about it. It's to write music that describes it so beautifully. And I love the fact that even in the background, like I said, those small details with the mixing and mastering of the music, even the way that it flows in and out into a deep abyss but finds its way back. That's also metaphorical for the way of him being and feeling so distant away from this fantasy, but every time he gets a chance to be alone and every time he gets a chance to be real about his emotion, he always finds his way back to what the truth of what he really wants out of life is. Even though he feels like life makes him fade so far back, His self-sabotaging tendencies bring him so far back away from the opportunity to be in that space. But the true happiness and peace that comes with still having hope that one day I'll be provided the opportunity to get out of my own way. I'll be provided the opportunity to feel as though I'm worthy of it, but also feel like I can allow a woman to let me know that they feel the exact same way I feel. And I feel like that's not easy for anybody. Whether you're a man or a woman, it's not easy to allow yourself to be loved when you don't feel like you deserve it. That's an entirely different battle from anything else that any external force can help you through. Those are things that you have to work through on your own. Those are things that you have to allow yourself to work through, because once again, the whole theme of this album is avoidance, to me at least. This next one is Heartbreaker. This seems like it's going to be the juxtaposition from that song, so I'm excited to see.
such a pleasant stay. But now it's time for me to go. The autumn moonlight's my way. But now I smell the rain, and with it pain, and it's heading my way. Sometimes I grow so tired, but I know about one thing I got to do. I ramble on, and now the time is now. Sing my song, I'm going round the world. I gotta find my girl on my way. I've been this way 10 years to the day. Ramble on, I find the queen of all my dreams. Got no time for spreading room. The time has come to be gone. And though our health we drank 1,000 times, it's time to ramble on.
These instruments are crazy.
Ramble on, and now the time is now. Sing my song, I'm going round the world. I gotta find my girl on my way. I've been this way 10 years to the day. I gotta ramble on, I gotta find the queen of all my dreams. I tell you no lie. Mine's a tale that can't be told. My freedom I hold dear. How years ago, in days of old, when magic filled the air, 'twas in the darkest depths of Mordor I met a girl so fair. But Gollum, the evil one, crept up and slipped away with her, yeah. And ain't nothing I can do now. I guess I'll keep on rambling. I'm gonna sing my song. I gotta find my baby. I'm gonna ramble on, sing my song, gonna work my way around the world, ramble on, yeah. Do my baby, ramble on, baby. Do. I guess I do need it in my heart every time. I think I got the power. I gotta keep searching for my baby. I gotta keep searching for my baby.
Yeah, I definitely got a lot of thoughts about it. We'll talk about it more when the album is done. I don't want to keep pausing to talk. We'll have a conversation at the end. transition was hard as fuck. Be hitting that harmonica, boy.
John up, going higher, all aboard. I'ma take my seat right way back. Ooh, yeah, watch this train go down the track. I'm gonna bring it on home, bring it on home to you. Watch out, that move.
Okay. So, see, that album was interesting. I enjoyed it. First and foremost, let's start off with the rating. Since this is one of their essential albums, yes, this is going to be another episode of the Mythbuster series. Surprise. Cool. So, as always, I'll put a little snapshot up on the screen so you can see where I'm going to put it. But I would probably put this one in the B tier. I will put this one in a B tier. Since I put the first LP in the A tier, I'll put this in the B. Me personally, I enjoyed the music on Led Zeppelin 1 more. But I do love the fact that this album comes into incorporation with it. Now, you know, people could argue if they agree with that or if they see any kind of correlation, but through some of the conversation that we had throughout the album, you see why I feel the way that I do. What I think is really dope about this project, though, is I love the fact that it shows a lot of confliction. I love the fact that it shows, even though he felt like running away and going out to live the life that he thought would be satiating, the life that he thought would bring him all of the joy in being able to avoid all of his true emotions, that things would get easier. But I love the fact that he's so back and forth. He puts on this facade of being that heartbreaker, that heartless rock star persona, that going out there and just living life without giving a fuck about what's going on. That's the persona that he's giving off, but that's not really his truth. When he gets the opportunity to get back alone, I love that thank you as a representation of the fact that he's still thankful for the opportunity to be able to fantasize about being able to get somewhere more beautiful. He's still able to at least build that fantasy world of what it would be like to envision love, to feel love, to be in that place of being able to let go of everything that holds me back and to be unafraid to give everything I got to something or someone when that person presents themselves to be worthy of everything I have to offer. I love the fact that he's showing thankfulness to whoever that dream girl is, that figure of his imagination is. It's like, because I still have you, at least in my mind's eye, I'm able to envision a life where it doesn't have to be so difficult, where I don't have to feel so emotionally evasive, and where I don't have to feel so lost in understanding who I am and where I belong in this world. But I also love the fact that the confliction comes in every time he still tries to have those emotions about a hopefulness and a hopefulness of the opportunity to get to that point. He's always pulled right back to some sense of trauma, and that's how trauma works. I think every time, you know, whether you're religious or whether you're not, whatever you believe in doesn't quite matter because the sentiment is the same. But from the faith that I have, I believe that God speaks to you in those whispers. He tries to give you those opportunities when you're by yourself. The things that you have to deal with come to the forefront. They're unavoidable, but not because he wants to torture you with it, but because he wants to give you the opportunity to work your way through it by your own volition, instead of having to be forced into it via losing your mind or being hospitalized or whatever it might be. I'm going to constantly make you dive and delve onto these traumatic thoughts and dive into the things that you're not dealing with, because avoidance is not going to get you to the destination that he's trying to present for you, right? But just because you're trying to progress, the devil is the enemy of progress. He doesn't want you to get to a place where you can even envision or have a hopefulness for a better future. I want you to stay inside all of the self-destructive behavior that keeps you as a friend of mine. The devil wants you to be the type of person out there messing around with multiple women, or the type of person that's out there living a lifestyle that's not reminiscent of the picture that God created for you. So I like that in a moment of, you remember I talked about how Thank You and Heartbreaker would be kind of that juxtaposition? I was correct. I just wanted to get to the end of the album to talk about it. On one hand, I still have that vision of what's possible, but then Heartbreaker comes and then Annie comes back into town, and it's like, damn, this is the same woman. To me, that's the same girl from the first album that was cheating on him, the same girl that was spinning him back around and around and making him feel less than, like he wasn't worthy of being a man that was able to be loved, like he wasn't the person that any woman would ever let go of all of their pursuit of all the worldly pleasures to settle down and truly love me the way that I feel like I want to be loved. So that person comes back in. She is a literal trigger. She's a literal representation of where a lot of your insecurities come from. She's a literal constant reminder of where a lot of your trauma responses are rooted in. So when you see her, yes, it makes you be like, damn, fuck, there she go again. But then there's something exciting about messing with things that you shouldn't There's something exciting about playing with fire. There's something exciting about putting yourself in that situation where you could potentially end up just as heartbroken as you ever were. She's a product of making and creating the person that you've become. But also, to go back to the theme that I talked about in the first one, that sense of normalcy. When you live in a place where your normal is dysfunction, that's attractive to you. Everybody's attracted to whatever feels the most comfortable, and they're afraid and they get angry when they get put in situations when it's time to stretch yourself and be a better person than you ever were before. So of course, seeing Annie come back into town is something that's like, fuck. As much as I hate that girl, damn, you looking kind of good tonight. And I love that as it continues to go on with songs like Ramble On, and even just the instrumentation of Moby Dick. I love that it's those things that give that mood music, and the instrumentation shows their pursuit of trying to get back to that place of having love for yourself enough internally to be in pursuit of whatever your great white whale is, to be able to get out there and find your true love, to be able to find your own personal fairy tale. And more importantly, to be able to find that place where you're not weighed down by all of the problems of your past, where you're able to love yourself first and foremost. And maybe as a byproduct, find that person that's meant to spend that life of happiness with you. It's just so back and forth, because that Moby Dick shows that pursuit of. Everybody knows the story of it. That's why I used it as the pursuit of your great white whale being your fantasy, being your freedom from all of the things that hold you back from true happiness. But bringing it on home is also bringing it back to Annie, continuing to pull him back in and getting stuck in that cycle. So I love that LZ2 is just another album about him being stuck inside the cycle. As much as he's trying to escape it, it's hard to let go of what feels normal to you. So I just love the constant pull and tug. I love the constant tug and pull of what this album's narrative is. And because of that, it's so loosely based that it takes somebody like me to pull it all together and put a bow on it like that. But if any of that makes sense and you agree with all of the thoughts that I just put on that album, please comment down below and let me know what you think. Because to me, the confliction internally of all of this album is very natural. It's very common. That's something that a lot of people deal with. It's not easy to just be who you want to be, snap your fingers and you're happy. No, you're going to go through a lot of falling back into or reverting back to those toxic cycles, trying to get better before you actually ever get there. That's just realistic. I love that these songs are just with real life emotions. Like, there's a lot of back and forth and a lot of contradiction, but that's human nature. We all deal with it, right? So like I said, comment down below. Let me know what you think about that. Tell me your thoughts on it. If you agree, if you never really thought about that and that poses a new narrative that you appreciate, or if you have a completely different meaning, or if you just don't give a fuck what it means at all. Cool. I'm probably not the channel for you if you don't want to hear somebody try to tie things together. That's just how my brain works. And that's the type of reactor I'm going to be. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this one. And if this does come over to YouTube, as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notification bell so you stay in tune every time another one of these in the series drops. Like I said, I'm going to do the Led Zeppelin Essential album journey before I move on to other things, because I feel like if I don't get it done, I'll never do it. So, yeah, make sure you turn on your notification bell so you stay notified every time we drop. And also use your hype points to push this up in the algorithm so we can continue to have more people come in and we can have conversations like this. Because the bigger we grow our family, the more that we'll be able to do things like this on a larger scale. It's a conversation for another day. But yeah, don't be afraid to definitely let me know what you're thinking. And yeah, if you want to stay in tune, because like with Led Zeppelin 1, that reaction was out for maybe over a month before it even came out on YouTube. So if you want to have super early access to content, plus if this gets blocked, which I was afraid that one got blocked, but it got lifted because I disputed it. That doesn't always happen, obviously. You've seen a lot of stuff that gets blocked globally that nobody gets a chance to see. So in case that does happen, or if you just don't want to wait, because LZ2 is out right now while LZ1 just came out on YouTube. So that gives you the perfect example. If you want to stay up to date and in tune with everything as it's happening, scan this QR code to our Patreon right here. Shout out to all of our patrons. Your support makes this possible. And just being here with me on this platform makes me feel invigorated to continue on these journeys. It feels good to have people that are receptive of, but also enjoy me running my mouth. So yeah, I really do appreciate y'all. And to all the subscribers on YouTube, you know it's our goal to hit 100,000 this year. I hope and pray that you'll be a big part of helping us get to that point. I'm doing everything that I can, putting in work in all different areas and genres and talking about a little bit of everything. So if that's something that you'd be excited to see us do, make sure you spread the love. Send this out to your friends and family that maybe don't usually watch reactions, but because of the way I talk about art that you guys love, maybe they'll enjoy it. I appreciate everything, and I appreciate you all for subscribing and being part of the family. So I won't talk too much more, but until next time, I go by the name of Five, and yes, sir, that's all I got. I see y'all on LZ3. Peace.
How does this go? You wanna know? You've never been here before. Go with the flow. We'll take it slow. No need to rush. They don't gotta know. That's between us.